to watch the previous video before you move on to this video. Anyways, let us say that testosterone and DHT receptors are not responding to these hormones anymore. Then you have the androgen insensitivity syndrome. Karyotype is still of the male. Uterus is absent. Why? This is because AMH is still present and functioning, so uterus is not developing. There is no testosterone, so external genitalia is of female. Now, breast development will still be there because this testosterone is being converted into estrogen with aromatase enzyme, so breasts are present. Now, hair is based on androgens, okay? So there is absent pubic hair because there is receptor insensitivity. Obviously, testosterone is high, and since this testosterone receptor is not even acting on the pituitary, LH is also high. Now, let us say there is no estrogen production. What disease is this? It's Turner syndrome. You know the karyotype. There are streak ovaries, so there is reduced estrogen production, and your secondary sexual characteristics are absent. There is nothing wrong with the female internal and external genitalia. So AMH is absent, uterus is present, no testosterone, so external genitalia is also of the female. Breast development is poor because you need estrogen for breast development. Hair is androgen dependent, so it's normal again. Self-explanatory lab values. They also have a short stature, web neck, etc., etc. You know those. Now, what if there is excess of adrenal androgens? This is seen in congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Let's assume a female karyotype. Cortisol is reduced, ACTH increases, that is why adrenal androgens are increased, and there is virilization of females. Uterus is obviously present because karyotype is XX. Now, when you put excess testosterone, your external genitalia is determined by the DHT, and that is why you have ambiguous genitalia. They're neither male nor female. Hair is excessive because androgens cause virilization. 17-OH is increased because it's the precursor substrate for this enzyme that's deficient. Now let's say SRY gene is only mutated. That is the Swyer syndrome. Karyotype is XY, but the SRY gene is mutated. AMH is absent, that means uterus will be present. Neither is there testosterone or estrogen, so there is no breast development. Unlike in AIS, adrenal androgens help in the pubic hair production. Looks female, no breast development, primary amenorrhea. You think of Swayers. Now let's say this step doesn't take place. There is Mullerian agenesis. Karyotype is of a female, but your uterus and upper part of vagina is absent. Internal genitalia is of female because ovary is present and estrogen is being produced. It's just that uterus is not there. And everything else is also normal because estrogen is still present and being produced. It's just present with primary amenorrhea. Finally, you know you need 5-alpha reductase to convert testosterone to DHT. DHT helps in male secondary sexual characteristics and external genitalia. That is why they're born with ambiguous genitalia, but they do not have uterus, they do not have breast development. Up until puberty, they have ambiguous genitalia, sometimes grow up as a girl, but at puberty, they might have male external virilization. Can anyone tell me what the reason for that could be?